Guys, welcome to Slice of Life. As you can see, I'm recording during the day. I also cut my hair. It's shorter. Not a lot of people commented on the video, but a lot of people have been telling me at work, uh, and life in general that hey, you look so messy. Cut your hair. It's still messy. I look fatter now with a chin, but whatever. So yeah, I cut my hair. I'm recording during the day. So the reason why I'm recording during the day is because I did not get so hot. I didn't get to record yesterday. I normally record during the night, but I got so tired. I was actually sick on Friday. Uh so Friday, a lot of things happened on Friday. Two good things, one bad thing. So let's start with Friday. I got off work, met up with my very dear friend Yoko, and she reminded me that it was our friend Alice's birthday. Alice was a very beautiful woman, and is a crush of mine since I first met her. So she knows this, I think. Whatever. I think she kind of gets it, but she's not into dudes at all. So we're just friends. I don't have a chance even if I tried, and I tried. Yeah. So it was her birthday, so we decided to get her a cake. We then got in touch with another cute of our friends before named Dan. We didn't actually get in touch. We just happened to. We were looking for him. Like we went to his office. He was not there. They said he left already. And by the time we got to the lobby, he just came out of the elevator. So, Dan, we're gonna get Alice a cake. So, our original plan was just gonna buy a slice of cake and a bakery near our office, but the packaging was shit. Like, it was expensive and the packaging was shitty. That's what they said. I didn't actually care. Um, I don't know. Uh, I don't have an opinion on the package at all, but they said it was shitty, so they decided, and Dan suggested that we go to an actual bakery, an actual dessert place called Angelica's. It was a Jeep right away, and then the price of the cake would actually offset the what do you call this? The fare that we would have to spend. So we went there. It was in the store was located in JY's mall. And then by the time we entered JY, there was this kiosk of Red Ribbon. So a little backstory here. Back when we were QA for this telco account, every birthday celebrant always got a cake, and it was always Red Ribbon because it was the closest cake shop to our office. Now, Dan, Yoko, Alice, and I are now at a different office, so that's why we never thought of Red Ribbon. So we decided to go to Angelica's, which actually led us to Red Ribbon. So the moment we started, we say, "Hey, let's get Red Ribbon." Now, the problem started when we did not know what cake to get. So normally we just get that square cake with where you can write in frosting, icing, whatever. Happy birthday, what's her name, and be done with it. But Yoko did not want that. She wanted something called the chocolate mousse. Yeah, I think chocolate mousse. Since they were each trying to get a different cake and tried to have me pick one over the other, I decided to pick another cake of my own, which was the only cake I liked. It's called Brazo de Mercedes. It's actually a loaf. I don't know what it's called. It's a fun cake stuffed with caramel and icing. So it's basically diabetes, the cake. So yeah, that happened, and then we argued for a bit. It was funny, but we eventually decided on getting a cake that neither of us picked, which was still chocolate. Um, chocolate. The it's not dessert. Chocolate delight, I think. So let's call it chocolate delight. So we got chocolate delight for Alice, and it was based on how the toppings were designed. There was enough cake for every. There was already enough slices for everyone. So this was supposed to be a surprise. Alice was not supposed to be going to work. She was on leave but had to come into work for other reasons. Yeah, working on our birthday sucks, but anyway, she was there. Her girlfriend actually, Yoko was in contact with with Alice's girlfriend. She kept us informed of where they were, so that we could surprise her. Because we detoured to the mall, they actually arrived before us. So we had to find a way to say to make her not go into the operations floor before we could get the cake. So and before Bern could leave. So what happened was Dan, the other person that was with us, said that he needed to borrow money because his wallet got stolen, and I stupidly thought that he actually lost his wallet. Yeah, let's not dwell on that, but whatever. So we got everything set up, and then we arrived on the floor. The cake's still in the packaging, and we bought a lighter. So another small backstory. Every birthday cake we bought never had a lit candle. A lot of not. I think there's only two smokers among the QAs, and then so no one really had a lighter come time of the surprise. There was one time where Mommy Cat, the recipient of the cake, so yeah, where was I? So candles. No, yeah. So there was this time where uh it's gonna sound weird because I'm gonna turn on the fan in the day. So forgive me. So yeah, Mommy Cat. When we surprised her, the candle was not lit, so she grabbed out her own lighter and turned it on. So yeah, we bought a lighter, and it's gonna be the lighter we're gonna use for every birthday moving forward until it expires. So yeah. So the actual surprise of Alice was fun. We arrived on the floor. We saw Burn, no Alice, so we were comfortable in moving forward. Suddenly, she told us, "Stop! She's on her way." She basically gestured it, and we were. She was right around the corner. We could hear her, like we could really hear her, and there was no. We if we had to run back, we would have been spotted. So what we did was hide in the elevator door. So there's this gap between the wall and the elevator door. It's about a foot and a half, maybe 1 foot gap. So we hid there like morons, seen in the camera, hiding. And luckily, she didn't spot us. She didn't hear us, and we were able to circle around, get the cake ready. Um, and then I was the one who presented her the cake, which was nice. I got a hug, which I loved, and yeah, so that was it. I stayed at work for until 12, at the office until 12. Because of that, I got sick immediately after, like sick. My head was pounding. Um, my colds, which I still have ever since I started this thing, I had cold. So yeah, um, it was sinusitis. It was all the way up here. What else? Um, my ankle started to act up again because of all the running. So I got home. I was supposed to wake up. I got home at 12. Was supposed to wake up at around 7 so that I could leave by 8. Because I had a dinner, which I'm gonna talk about later. But I never got to sleep. I was tossing and turning. Um, getting a lot of water into my system. Speaking of, I need to drink. Pause. And then uh, I basically felt like crap. Drowned myself in medicine, like two biogesic, two Neoceps, and so, my asthma stuff just to get the phlegm out. Yeah, I was floaty as hell. That was the closest I guess I was to being high, and I had a dinner to go to, and this dinner was a dinner with our vice president, who is a very lovely lady, very pretty. I don't know her that much, but all I can say is I think she's beautiful. I'm not gonna say her name. Anyone who's worked with me knows who she is. Um, so it was a dinner with her, not just me and her, but it was our department and her. So we were supposed to meet at the ground floor of our office building at 8. Unfortunately, a lot of people were late, so the plan changed to meeting at the restaurant instead. But she wasn't late. I wasn't late. And we got to walk together. Yeah, all the way to the restaurant. It would have been nice if I talked to her. She's Tagalog. I couldn't I can't talk to her at all. Anyway, the QA supervisor was there. He kept her company. I got to listen in. She has a nice voice. Can't understand her though. Um, so the dinner was amazing. It was in a place called Casa Verde. Um, I had tenderloin. So and everyone else had chicken or ribs. So here's the thing: the tenderloin was okay. It was good. I'm not complaining. I was full, but looking at the ribs, I had to say I got ripped off. Like the price difference was 60 pesos, more like 40 pesos, whatever. And there was like four ribs. Jesus Christ. Next time, if there is a next time, I'm getting the ribs. So yeah, we were actually full. It's just me being me. So as a Filipino, you probably know this. Volume is better than quality. Actually, quality is a secondary. You always go for where you can eat the most. That's why eat all you can are a big deal here. So looking at that with a 40 peso difference, I say I should have got the thing with bigger volume. But that was what I was thinking while I was eating. But after that, we had dessert, and it was a non-issue. Um, we had this thing called chocolate, death by chocolate. I can't explain what it is. It was like chocolate cake on chocolate on chocolate on chocolate ice cream, I guess. So 4 levels of chocolate, and I just had chocolate earlier that day with Alice at her birthday cake. So I didn't want to to get any, but they actually asked me if I wanted it. I didn't hear them because, as you know, I'm kind of deaf. I just nodded and smiled. That, and they got the cake, put it in front of me, and said, "Oh no." I had everyone else eat for me with me. And then they got something called the Milky Way, which is an ice cream, a chocolate ice cream sundae. It's this big. Yeah, that big. Um, yeah, it was so big that it was shared between 12 people, and not everyone finished it. I finished it. I'm a finisher. Anyway, so yeah, that was dinner with our VP. I didn't get to talk to her that much. I did get to talk to her when she first visited. She actually sat down when I was coaching someone and gave me feedback, which was nice. Feedback's always nice. That helped me improve. Anyway, um, this time around, she wasn't. We were there during a calibration, but she was very hands off on that one. So yeah, she did shake my hand before she left. She probably did that with everyone, but was special to me. And I did this thing with when I do when I see a beautiful woman. I check their hand, see if they're married, engaged, or anything. She's not. So there's hope. There's hope. Anyway, so that was Friday. I surprised Alice, my crush, and then was sick. Had dinner, sort of high, and went to work. Oh, I did not. I was not productive that day. Like at work, I was like, people ask me questions, and I would do this. I don't even know this page. Mm. So yeah, because I couldn't think. I was very sleepy, and I couldn't breathe. It's happening now. I couldn't breathe. So every time they had a question, a soup call, I just couldn't. I was able to coach one, maybe two person that day, when I normally could do 5 or 6. It was a sad, sad day for me. But whatever. Oh, earlier that week was even a crappier time. My agents did not get paid. There was an error on a lot of people, myself, and all the other people who were supposed to know this didn't. All the people who were supposed to check on it didn't. So it ended with all of our agents that were tied to a specific program not getting paid. So what happened was we had to shell out our own money to get them by. They were paid within by Friday actually. Um, you're supposed to get paid on Tuesday, but so we had to create a special payout, get them paid on Friday. But until then, we had to lend them money. I actually shelled out around 8,000. It's a lot. That was supposed to go to my TI budget, if you remember what the TI was supposed to be. Yeah. But I'm not mad or anything. It's something of note that happened this week. They are paying me back. I already got 4,000 back. I think it'll be 4,000 tonight. So not a big of an issue. It's just I was just saddened that we didn't get to catch it earlier, and their pay was delayed. I hate when that happens. So luckily we were able to get special payout. There was actually this one time where we never got to issue a special payout. They had to wait 15 more days, and that was not an error on our part anymore. Someone screwed up somewhere between us getting their time in and payroll. Somewhere between logging in and payroll, someone fucked up, and yeah, that was very problematic. But this time it was actually our fault. We didn't see it. We, so yeah, better luck next time. So anyway, that's all resolved. I asked them to check their timesheet again today because it's cut off again. So hopefully they did it and can report anything. I'm gonna check it myself, but I don't have visibility on all of them. But whatever, I'm gonna do my best to make sure that they get paid on time on their next pay. I'm not gonna specify. Anyway, so that's Tuesday, and we talk about Friday. So let's we talk about Sunday. Did we? My mom. So the reason why the reason so before my mom is actually in the hospital. It's kind of why I'm recording in the afternoon. I just got back from the hospital. If you heard the call, it was about that. She presented with coughs earlier yesterday, then arrived home with her extremities being very cold. We we had her lie down. I took her temperature. Didn't bother checking her BP because um I it did not feel like a BP issue at the time. I was just thinking fever. So yeah, her temperature was high. It was not too extreme, so it was like something you could think that you could actually sleep off. It was, but 5 minutes later it got higher, and then a couple minutes later she stood up to go to the bathroom and she fainted. Um, which actually scared me because she didn't reply. She couldn't talk. She was unconscious for like 10 seconds. So yeah, um, we got her to the hospital, and they noted that her BP was very low, lower than normal for someone who's supposed to have high blood pressure. Actually, even for a normal person, it was low. So yeah, so that's that. They also gave her antibiotics for her cough. Unfortunately, she was allergic to the antibiotics. It was injected via IV intravenously, and then you can see her veins turn bright red as the fluids um, pass through her system. We had to stop that immediately, and we stayed in the ER for a couple more hours just to make sure that her blood pressure stabilized. And um, I called him absent because of that. Not that it's an issue. It's like um, I notified my boss, hey, I'm gonna bring my mom to the hospital. I'm not gonna come in today, but I actually did. That's kind of why I wanted to say. Once my mom was got to sleep around 6 in the morning, I stopped by the office to see if everyone was okay. They checked their pay, which they didn't. I checked their timesheet, which they didn't yet. I'm gonna do it later tonight. Anywho, so that's today. But Saturday was actually a very good day for me. So this is basically after the dinner with Francia. So that the dinner with Francia. Fuck. The dinner happened on this. So this was basically after the dinner. So the dinner happened on Friday, and then we had work towards Saturday. And Saturday afternoon, I had a date. Um, this is oh, this is a woman I've been crushing on for since last year. She knows it. It's cool. We're not really. It's nothing. It's nothing. What do you call this? It's not that big of a deal. We're not serious, but I like it when I get to hang out with her. So we watched this movie by um I forgot his name, John Krasinski, who played Jim Halpert in The Office. The movie is A Quiet Place. If it's familiar to you, it should be because it's kind of blowing up. A lot of people are saying it's one of the better horror movies out there. It's getting similar but not the same. Reactions from when Get Out was released last year, mainly because Get Out was directed by Jordan Peele, who's primarily a comedian, and this one is directed by John Krasinski, who's primarily known for a comedic role. So the parallels are kind of why it's also getting more attention. I'm not gonna say more attention than it deserves because it's a good movie. Anywho, so yeah, I watched it with her. We had fun. After that, we had dinner. Dinner was interesting. We sat outside of Ayala in the terraces area. The light bouncing off her skin was very beautiful. The wind was perfect. Even with the heavy set jacket I was wearing that day, I was not sweaty. Um, Even she herself said that the moment was very beautiful. It was nice. It was ruined though, ruined by solicitors. So people approach us saying, "Hey, we're college students. We're trying to get by, I guess. Please support our cause. We have either they come and either support our musical group or support buy our pastries." So we were approached by no less than five of these people in a span of 30 minutes. I hated it. She hated it. We basically ranted when we got home. Um, we ranted about it when we got home. Um, but I liked that we ranted about it because it meant that she liked our dinner, liked the moment, enjoyed her time with me. So her being angry at being interrupted is a good thing. So yeah, so that was Saturday, the highlight of my week. So Saturday, Friday, both highlights and lowlights, whatever. I got sick. So another thing, those solicitors that came by on Saturday, they were also there with the dinner during the dinner the night before, and they were the same kind of people with the same spiel, with the same causes, with the same pastries. So it got I got really annoyed really fast. Luckily, she was annoyed more than I was. So yeah, and so that's my week. I'm tired. I need to sleep. So bye.